Hello, everybody. Sorry. In accordance with Children's Online Privacy Protection Act, this channel is not to be viewed by children under the age of 13. Your discretion is advised. Hey, everybody. Giant King Mark here, and welcome to Part 5 of Let's Play Ash of God's Redemption. I was about to say Regions of Ruin for some reason. I'm sorry. Last we left off, we played as Hopper. We found out a bit more about what was going on in Albius since Thorn left, and we met. Well, we got cursed. We ended up meeting the guy who's supposed to become king, and he asked us to find his son and as well as Thorn. So we need to go and try to figure out where he is. I know what we need to do. First, we go to the coal burners track. Then we gotta go to the Dead Springs. Through there, we can go to the Dinfer village in the menhir. Why are we going through Serpent Creek? Well, we need to figure out exactly how to break this curse on us, and I've kind of been looking at this, so I kind of figure out how to do it. I kind of have a Steam thing on right now that's explaining this. So, let's get this too. Track next obvious to the Watchtower. Let's go. So, I've been playing a bit of Star Trek Online since a few days ago, and I gotta admit, it's a lot of fun. Stein squints and smiles. There's the Albius Watchtower. I was on duty when the reaping began. It wasn't until a couple of days later that the Geranians came to fetch me and told me about the events in town. I never thought I'd return so soon. You look at the tower and notice a rider silhouetted against it. By his stature, he's an Ents. This is their time, after all. Looks like the abominations are keeping watch now, you say with a smirk. According to ancient manuscripts, masked warriors always appear during the reaping. The giant reaches for his weapon. An abomination, you say? That's no good. Let's trash the enemy, boys. And you, book lover, stay by the tower and don't stick your neck out. While the NC tries to escape, he rides slowly toward the tower. As soon as you dismount near the gate, you notice a small band of Ents skirting the tower from the other side. Unlike the scout, they're horseless. Must have sent him out and then left when he did not return. I haven't noticed you yet. Okay. I gotta check this one again. I think I can get an Ents if I do this. How did this one go? I say, let's let them leave. You wait behind a wall until the Ents disappear into the woods. When you're gone, you step into the road. Ake returns looking smart. The Ent scout is dead. You nod to the giant and mount your horse. It's time to continue the journey. We really don't have time for this anyway. Let's go to the miller's track. I think... yeah, the Dead Springs. A roundabout way to avoid the dilapidated bridge. A narrow path through fields and barren land. So yeah, Star Trek Online. Been playing it, and I gotta admit, I've been playing mostly the Klingons since the year the Klingons been active. Gotta admit, it's actually pretty fun. Trying to get my friend David into it. When the road bends ahead, Ake spots someone in the wayside. Look, Hopper, there's a little girl all alone. Wonder what's she doing here with no village nearby. She has a bucket, but the spring will be dry until autumn, when the rain feeds the river. When you get closer, the girl steps towards you and offers a bucket of water. What could she draw? God dang it. I'm sorry about the internet being crap. It's because this literally has been like, there's a storm about to approach. I feel like I want to at least get this done first. Where could she draw the water if the spring is dry? Did she bring it all the way from home? Something has a fit. It says another sorcery, and remember that you should look for a clue in a place without water. The girl might be bewitched and in need of help, or it could be another trap. I say drink the water. Ake points to the ground. Look, there's something written in the dirt where the girl just stood. You will find one on the 2. Gibberish. Must be another riddle. You know what, book lover? Let's make ourselves scarce, so this weird stuff could drive someone nuts. You will find one of the on the 2. I sort of fucking got these two. Alright. First indication, we need to go to the menhir, right? But we at least got one part of the curse done. The northern road. Once well trodden and convenient, this road was abandoned when the bridge became dangerously decrepit. Wait, what was that? No, actually. Let's turn off auto battle. No. Oh right, I forgot I can level up Hopper. Okay, let's go with this. And let's go with Refined Mastery. Yeah. We got Mental Blast. I forgot we can actually do that. Alright, let's go on to the northern road. The bridge are stained with blood, but the bodies have been taken away. On the other side of the bridge, near the menhir, are some fresh graves and a regiment of guards. One of the guards recognizes Ake and waves. Ake, is that really you? Going to Ursus, huh? Is it a special assignment, or are you just heading home? Ake leaps from his horse. Where I'm going shouldn't concern you, friend. Let's just say I'm escorting someone important, a scribe and mage licensed by the temple. The guard pushes back his helmet. Listen, could his importance maybe help us out? We have orders to bury the villagers' remains and remove the abominable sign from the menhir. We've done the first, but the second, it doesn't come off. Obviously you shouldn't touch it with bare hands, but we've already tried everything. Let's check out the menhir. The guard trails behind you. This is where we buried the villagers. Parts of them, I should say. Never seen anything like it. It's like they were hit by a rain of steel. We found the watchman assigned to this post on the other grave. The grave was here already when we arrived, and we had to exhume them to find out. The fellows lying there have barely been wounded, but their blood has been drained. I think Thorn buried them. Nobody else from Albi has traveled that way. He couldn't have killed them, could he? Because he went to the trouble of burying them. You shake your head. I haven't met this Thorn, but it's the Enses who drain the blood from corpses. Some people call them abominations. Didn't you find their bodies? I guess not, they'd be hard to miss. Thorn must have run into him on the bridge. There's blood, but no bodies. He probably tossed them into the Manans. You inspect the menhir once more. A mark like this won't come off no matter how hard you scrub it. It will glow, however, faintly, until the reaping is over. It's stronger than a sign on a gate. The sacred stone. Oh. Crap, that was him speaking. The guard throws his hands up. So what do we do? Prince Tree won't have this. He'll take this road back to Ursus. Seeing the job unfinished is bound to get him all steamed up. And we have our asses in a sling. You cast another glance at the menhir and feel a strange tingling in your arm. You imagine yourself touching the menhir and the Reaper's sign glowing so faintly, vanishing into the stone. You realize that you're not thinking straight. With great effort, you get control of yourself. Touch the menhir. The big fellow seizes his streamer from fangs and sighs heavily. You woke up. We knew you didn't snuff it, because you were still breathing. You slept for a whole day. Why in the blazes did you mess with the menhir? Didn't the guards happy? The sign disappeared alright, but we lost an entire day. Now Thorn is even farther away. With difficulty you rise to your feet. Your arm is somehow less black. It was foolish of me, I agree. And the sign didn't disappear. It's just lying in wait. Let's hurry up, Ake, otherwise we'll never catch up to Thorn. There was supposed to be a cutscene in there where you'd actually learn that the next menhir you have to go to is in... The first part's in the double menhir. We were supposed to get a cutscene for this.
In these times of trouble, you could use some of your youthful daring, for which you've been nicknamed Mad Thorn. It seems, though, that your daughter has it aplenty.
Oh, we're back to Thorn. Alright. Alright, so... Oh man, we really are ahead. Odinland Pass. The road running through the mountain valley is between the Albius Menhir and the Gernanen Tower. The border of Gerana and the way to get to the old Gernoban Road and the Berkanen Road. The valley itself is wide and shallow and well traveled year round. Alright, let's go. So I guess we were literally... we lost a day of progress for them, but we were able to get up ahead. You catch up with an overloaded peasant's cart and strike up a conversation with the driver. His name is Brandon, and he's moving his family to his brother's farm. You realize their destination has been ravaged by the Ences. Gleda warns the peasants of the possible danger. They don't believe her at first, but then reconsider and turn the cart around. Gleda shows them the newborn and begs them to take it, but the head of the family is reluctant. Can we at least try to appeal to his conscience? You shun the peasant for his lack of compassion. He says he's unable to feed his own children, let alone a fosterling. He was hoping for his brother's support, but is unsure what will happen now. Maybe we can give him some money. We got plenty. Gleda rides up and asks whether the family will be safe making it home to their village. Escorting the slow-moving cart will take half a day just to get there. Let's escort them. You offer help, which the peasant gladly accepts. You lost some time and money, but are happy to have found a family for the baby. Your companions are pleased. Alright. We lost a day, but I think we can at least make it. Well, yeah, we lost a day and some cash, but I think we got it. During a short rest, Hot and Sop step aside, speaking in hushed tones. You've grown tired of the lack of discipline. It's time they know how you feel. What are you whispering about? You're plotting something. Now of all times? I have many questions for you two, and it's best you answer them now. I figured he'd find out sooner or later. If this is not your clue, it's Krieger. You should tell him the truth. It's long overdue. Alright, here goes. You see, Captain, the young Prince Ho is headstrong. He quarreled with his grandfather, the King of Jarana. As a result, Prince Trig, that is Prince Ho's father, sent him off to on a young soldier's regiment. The King of Jarana? Who's Prince Ho? Who's father? What are you blubbering about, damn you? Thorn, I think your age is starting to show. I'm telling it as it is, not leaving anything out. They made Prince Ho a young, albeit warrior to give him some discipline, and me as bodyguard. His name was changed to Hod, but mine stayed the same. I'm not so important, I guess. Captain, you said yourself that it was time for serious talk, so we're telling you the truth. That was a bolt from the blue. I actually came to talk about discipline and the fact that Sop follows you all the time, ignoring orders. Turns out I should call you Your Highness. What do we do now, Hod? I mean, Prince Ho. Let's drop the title, shall we? I've been Hod to you, and Hod I shall remain. I prefer this name. No need to flaunt my princely status. Save it this way, and it won't make much difference. Won't make much difference? Do you have any idea what your family will do to all of us if you die? All your companions will face the gallows, not just Sop. It's not so easy to best me in combat. What do you suggest? I'm not going back to my grandfather, that's certain. Not until he apologizes. You won't drive me to court by force, will you? That's a lot to take in. For now, Hod remains Hod. If everyone tries to stay alive, we travel as planned. If anything changes, I'll let you know. So now Thorn realizes that he's... Okay. Okay, let's see. Which one can get us to Ursus fast enough? On the one hand, we can go with the road or we can go with the village. Screw it, I'm going for the village. A well-trodden highway marked with posts and road signs, frequently patrolled by the Jaranan Guard. Already broken and unkept, but still a decent road traversing the desolate lands between the spurs of the Milky Mountains. Near the spurs of the Milky Mountains, crap. Let me at least check to see if anyone needs to level up first. Oh. Yeah, you know, I think we can at least talk with these people. We do need to talk with Ramblin' and Vine now. This dark-skinned lad's grief must be driving him mad. He's constantly muttering. What are you muttering, Ramblin'? I'm not muttering anything. I'm repeating my grandmother's enchantments. What are those enchantments about? About healing. About leg weakness, about a clear mind and sound memory, about fuzzy heads and forgetfulness, cowardice and weakness, bravery and strength. My grandmother knew many spells. Knowledge and control not the same. It'd be great if it were easier to grasp. I don't know the right words to explain. You can't see it, but I see magic in different things, like grass blowing in a powerful wind. It's like a web of smoke coming from different fires, vicious and thick. Are you a spider? What web? I can't see anything. Those who have the sight can not only spot such a web, but also weave their own, spinning a thread and braiding it into a secret purpose. Woven and spun, the enchantment serves as a special purpose. That's how it works. Did your grandmother teach you much? She told me everything I knew. She knew. It's not enough to teach someone, though. You must be like a stone. You can spend a lifetime trying to learn how, but it's almost impossible. Does anyone... Are you talking about the gift that only a few possess? Why didn't your grandmother protect herself when Ensis came to her village? She could have sung the right tune. She could have at least weakened their stance. She was very old and almost blind. She must have not seen them. Probably stayed at home until one of those enses killed her with a flying blade. Maybe just for fun. Yeah, that's how it happens. There are times when great wisdom and experience fail in the face of a tiny, very sharp death. So you need to weave the enchantments? It's done differently. You can sing, brew potions, dance like a mad dervish, and dress the ruins with stones. Everyone does it differently. I'm a weaver, but some things I can do by snapping my fingers. Are you talking nonsense? I mean, dressing wounds with stones? Icons do that. They say that the way strength and bravery are passed to warriors of the present day. My grandmother told me about this too. Your grandmother was wise, Ramblin. Did she have a hard life? My grandfather brought my grandmother here from the Vandal Islands. She told me that when he died, she started up building a house. She mixed clay with manure and straw. She dragged some stones around. It kept her from going mad. My grandmother used to say that even if you don't know where to go, just keep moving. If you don't have a clear goal, you need to take steps that don't lead you into the abyss. Neither taking steps nor having the right goal saved her, or us, from the abyss. Because the abyss came from above. Oh, time to go. Maybe my chance will be useful to you? You'll surely be useful if you don't run into the battlefield ahead of me, that is. Alright. Let's go and talk to Vi now. We actually have to talk to a lot of people, honestly. Where's... Oh. There's our daughter. You weren't just playing around with those beads back at the Albus menhir, were you, Vi? You've been holding a Strix. Who taught you this stuff? What's there to teach? Every monastery teaches their monks about the reaping and the means of protection. So, what's the reaping anyway? What makes you think the reaping is an eye? Someone told you, or was it your own idea? Obviously, it's the reaping. The Zenses were the first sign of trouble. Who else would be wearing those masks? Then there was the Reaper's mark. I haven't seen the Reaper myself, but I recognized his rune right away. The reaping is divine retribution. That's what everybody says, at least. Obviously, you say. Seems like many have yet to realize what's going on. While the temple servants knew about it all along. And how long do you think it's gonna last? The temple servants usually don't know much, and when they do, they prefer silence. When does a dog stop eating? When it's full. Same with the reaping. Once it's sated with corpses, it begins to fade. Sated? You talk about it as if it's some sort of beast. Maybe it's got a maw or something? The menhirs are basically the Reaper's mouths. All the healings are like tree saps. A tree gets its nutrients from the soil, while the menhir's soil is death and pain. This is converted into healing energy that helps others alleviate their pain. I heard everything about the sacred stones the time I tried to cure Leaky. Not one temple servant said anything even remotely close to the hogwash you're spewing now. Are you sure that this stuff about the menhirs isn't some kind of heresy? Not that it's heresy, it's just temple isn't really fond of such talk amongst its servants. Not many draw that conclusion anyway. You have to dig up some really old scrolls to learn anything about it after all. Say you're right. Then what? It implies that for each person healed during peacetime, there are hundreds if not thousands exterminated during the reaping. Isn't it too much? If the menhirs are really like trees, where does all their sap go? There must be something else, but I didn't learn anything from the manuscripts. The high-ranking temple servants don't tell you anything. Just point their fingers skyward and say that only the gods know. I don't like this one bit. What kind of retribution exterminates the guilty and innocent alike? And if it's supposed to be a shared plight, what kind of gods would wish death upon our kin? It's not the gods who wish for our demise. We call forth the reapers and plague with our misdeeds. I won't pester you any longer. It's alright. Of course all the stuff in the books is quite dreadful, They say the reaping is akin to a harsh winter. Every creature should hibernate, and all the grass should perish so that they can be rejuvenated in the spring. Well, what if I'm not a creature but grass? Should I perish too? Doesn't seem like much of a concern. There's some fancy words from a couple of old temple books. We aren't going down that easily. That is terrifying. It seems everyone knows that Hod is no simple warrior. However, nobody treats him with a special reverence or servility. What are we going to do, Your Highness? Oh, stop with Your Highness. I'm Hod. As for what to do, that's your decision. You're the eldest of the squad, not me. Why did you choose Albius? My father made the choice. Do you think that the Crown Prince's only son just leaves the palace whenever he pleases? Albius is a quiet place close to Jarana, and there's hope that nobody finds out. Could they have recognized you elsewhere? Sop and I traveled through Oda. Got recognized 5 times or so, wriggled our way out somehow. I traveled around all of Arcana with my father. Raidona, Perta, Isana, Odala. We even reached the Great Abyss. What can you seek in the Great Abyss? It stretches across the distant side of the Milky Mountains. Nothing's smoking poison there. Call it what it is, an abyss. You haven't been reading the old manuscripts there, Thorn. This abyss appeared during the last reaping. It's a wonder that our world was completely torn apart. So, we'll see. Many dynasties were snuffed out during the reaping. Did the Burgomaster know about you? He had a cage of Ursus messenger pigeons in the town hall. I didn't know him, but my father mentioned him once. He joined the regiment for a reason too. How does that concern me? I spent 3 years in Abyss. You didn't think about leaving your parents' patronage behind 3 years ago, did you? Were you just lazing away in the palace in Jarana? Yeah. The courtyard of the barracks with a stick and sandbags. A prince's lot may be better than that of a waterman's son, but it's not easy. Was it chance that led you to become the patron of the regiment, you think? I've been employed by the regiment for 3 years. Paying me for my service a year ago. Oh, bless gods, are you my benefactor? Son of a demon. Seems everything comes with a price. How does it feel to be the only heir? It's better to be a soldier of the obvious regiment. Well, until they throw you on someone else's blade. And this is the heaviest burden to set upon our soldiers. It's good if the king remembers it, Hod. I will remember it, Thorn. Maybe that's why I'm here. Sorry for bothering you. I'm sorry for bothering you. You have a daughter to save. A precious jewel. You better not tell her that. She won't care that you're a prince. Comparing her to a fine blade is another matter. That's right, a precious blade. Okay, good. Time does not pass while we camp. Krieger. Could it be that Krieger sleeps with his eyes open? How does his face look like he's been hacked out of dry wood with an axe? Don't you want to head on your own way, say to Oda? You mean go to my wife? She's likely praying this misfortune takes me away. As for the children, you didn't understand anything. I don't recognize you, Krieger. I don't recognize myself either. I've looked for something sad to hold on to, but I've found nothing. My past is in ruins. Trouble like to say, don't grease my brains with silver, do that to my palm. You should stop digging into your soul, and do your collar and feel the scar across your chest. I remember that winter march in the Gabonan Mountains, and that fellow from Oda stumbling into a bear's lair, and the way I hit the beast right in the face with my fist. It grazed me with a claw. Need you remind me how you saved my life? I just remember how you saved the boy. Or, no, Krieger, I'm talking about something else. Then what is it about, Thorn? Are you saying that one sobers up when he's caught in a bind? Believe me, one day you'll get in a bind you can't get out of. You should have forgotten about the regiment. That's all that keeps me going. I ran from Albius for a reason, isn't that right, Thorn? I was saving my lads. I mean, Flit, Hop, Hod, Brett, the mighty regiment, right? The others simply went mad. They weren't mad, Krieger. Ripping turned them into animals. Perhaps they came to their senses, but you did everything right. You shouldn't have stayed in the city. I don't know what to do now. Barricading ourselves in your house could have been the right thing to do, but who knows? Maybe Albius has already burned to the ground. Whatever happens next, you did everything right. Maybe it burnt down. You have 3 rooms in the barracks and I have a home. Think about those 4 lads. Every one of them is a sufficient excuse. I don't want to make any excuses, Thorn. I also don't want glory or honor or glory. One thing could warm my spirits, people waiting for me, hoping that I'm alive and well. Well, alive at least. Do you remember the incident with the King of Odala? You mean the time he came to Albius in trouble, had digestive trouble? You can't forget that in a lifetime. I had to walk around wearing your ceremonial cuirass. I had to make speeches. It was the most terrible day of my life. Yeah, you were promoted to captain because of that day. Yeah, Trouble kept yelling that I owed him a barrel of wine for my captain's badge. He wouldn't let me go until he got what he wanted. That said, he came to his senses really quickly after that. Man up, Krieger. If it gets too bad, set your jaw. Time is a river that carries away happiness and sorrow alike. You did your duty as best you could. You didn't cower in a hole trembling. I should have hidden, though. Would have been easier. I could have pretended to be a madman. You can still pretend. It's kind of a way out. They can chop you into pieces, though, just like you did with the madman. But you better get some sleep, man. Maybe. There is something else, you know. There's something moving inside me. A terrible thing. Or maybe I'm terrible. I want to take a sword and stab everyone, or maybe myself. The madness is taking its toll. I'm pretty sure David just woke up. Alright. I think that's everyone was affected. Even if the plague were cool for our Strixes. Don't attack anyone. Keep it together, friend. I don't need the trouble of having to watch you. Next up is Brett. Sitting all alone again, Brett? Hope you aren't shaking in those boots over what's to come. Not at all, Captain. You can get used to anything, and I've already grown accustomed to the fact that something's not right in the world. Besides, I'm hardly alone. I'm in good company. You didn't just come to ask how I'm feeling, though, did you? You're right. There's something else left to discuss. Can't help but point out that you're quite perceptive for your age. Always observant, trying to get to the bottom of things. That's not just talent either, it's the result of your training. Aren't you the son of some nobleman? No, Captain. Well, some bastard, maybe. I never knew my father, but I've been looked after for all my life. Admittedly short life. They've always been concerned about me. They helped my mother and see to my education. However, I know neither my benefactor's name nor motives. Never yearned to learn more. Of course I did. But either my teachers didn't know anything or got enough gold to keep mum about it. My benefactor also convinced my mom that I'd be better off in blissful ignorance. Quite a puzzle they left you. Hope you managed to find the answer. Where did you get your training apart from the Albius regiment? Couldn't remember all of it. Even if I tried, I don't sell anywhere for long. The moment I learn my way around and make some progress, I get transferred elsewhere. Seems like our base is the longest I've stayed in one place. Someone must be deliberately preparing you for something. Didn't you consider that? I've been entertaining the idea, even though maybe they want to mold me into some sort of spy. I mean, at the end of the day, I'm at best at making connections between what I see and what I know. And I'm sure we'll put this talent of yours to good use. Any surprises in store for me? Same as everyone else, Captain. I mean, our squad's full of peculiar characters, and as if we'd all been gathered here by the god for some higher purpose. Agreed. Everyone's got their strengths and weaknesses. As you're perceptive, mind telling me about my weakness? Coletta is your strength and your weakness. None of us come close to her. Something about her elevates her above most folk. I don't mean her looks either. It's something on the inside. A kind of spark. Or a flame. I don't know how to put it exactly. You're right about that. Glenna's also exceptionally stubborn, always wanting it her own way. Got that from her mother, or maybe from me. I'm glad that's all I want to know. And allow me a question too. Do you think we'll survive the reaping? I do. Otherwise all we do is pointless. I'll push onwards with all my strength. Hope you'll do the same. I'll try. Sometimes I lack the necessary fortitude. Everywhere end of the world as we know it. Maybe my logic isn't sound and we do have a chance, whatever that might be. Well, thanks for the kind words, if that was your intention. Alright, we need to get Sop and now Flint. Let's go with Sop. Why so sad, Sop? Have you lost the commander's scepter? I hope I don't lose my head. Are you to cheer me up or take me to, or make me take the watch? The watch is already posted. You're not a woman to be comforted. That's for sure. The second master of personal royal bodyguards of Tirana, I'm nicknamed the Deadly Battle Sack for my leanness and lifeless. Or lack thereof. Funny, huh? Not really. Yeah, laughing my head off. No, not really. At least you can understand me. Jokes aside, I was selected from the best 200 warriors of Tirana to guard the prince. Prince Shriek himself was choosing a defenseman. Well, there were about 5 other lads, but Han decided to keep me. Why did Han like you? He said he didn't need a psychopath, shaking with the desire to please. He needed a helper, a fellow who could ask for advice, or to play tricks on. I'm just a street kid, and I guess the prince found my skills most useful. How old are you anyway? Not 18, I confess, and add 5 more. You're on the money. 18, 19, 20, 21, 22. Oh, he's 23. Han, on the other hand, was honest about his age. I'm telling you, he'll be a great warrior at my age. Well, if nothing bad happens. Poisoning yourself is stupid, sod. Thorn, you don't even know what poisoning means. We're not in Frisia, obviously, but the king's executioners have so many ways to deal with you that you'll beg for death. If anything happens, Trig won't forgive us. Just wait. People will remember the old King Tirana. Will remember the old King Tirana kindly. The King of Tirana is old. So you say the next ruler will be a cruel and heavy-handed slaughterman? Why did Trig let his son go to Albius? They're cut from the same cloth. They'll both have their guts for garters. Maybe that's how it should be with the throne. And I can't think of many fellows more wise, dependable, and determined than Trig. Trust me on that, Thorn. I've traveled all over Vakana and saw all the kings. Who were your parents, anyway? My parents are common folk. My father's a man of duty. Watched over the main tower of Jera 5 years ago. He was proud of me. My mother is a fair trader. Her father sailed trade ship caravans from Baldar to Raydona. You have a great family. Pride in your parents is misguided, Captain. Were I born a bastard, it would change nothing. Take Hot, for example. You can sense royal blood, but he's an ordinary lad. Diamonds are more precious than gold, even before they're cut. They're indistinguishable from other stones found near the mouth of a river, but they're extraordinary. Sure, that's why his guards bear such responsibility. Alright, keep your chin up. Things will work out. Keeping my chin up. I just hope I keep my head on my shoulders. That's how it goes. Shriek isn't yet a king, to be sure, but he's already grabbed hold of everything. There's fear, but there's also something else. He looked in my eyes like you do now and said it. Don't let me down, Sop. Not everything depends on us, Sop. I know your story, Thorn. Did you consider that, rushing into the Vale to save your father-in-law? Many people remain there. I wasn't considering anything. Some moment didn't give you time to think. Honestly, though, nothing's worse than guarding a nobleman. There are worse things, Thorn. Dragging your daughter along. Haven't you noticed your companions all try to protect her during battles? There's your diamond. It's already been cut. Lastly, Flint. Whippersnappers with a scroll yet again. Time and time again, you scolded him in the barracks, and now he's here reading. Hey, friend. Have you found a manuscript even here? I picked it up near the gates in Albius. I've already read it. It's the history of Frisia. Nothing interesting. So, what do they have to say about Frisia? The same. The three kingdoms, Gordon, and Ingordon. They are noblemen, and even royal houses, but the Temple of Divine Wrath's power is nearly infinite. I don't understand. What does almost infinite even mean? Yeah, right. By the way, our temple servers keep saying that the power of the temple can only be limited by the power of the gods. Huh? The only way to complain is through the temple servants, though. They'll have to pay a bit extra, too. Why didn't you stay in Oda? Are you asking me why I left the archives again? I really wanted to become a warrior. I still do. But it's a different kind of choice. Not whether to be a scribe or a warrior. More like being a warrior scribe, not a weakling scribe. What did your father think about that? He was a royal scribe. You said so yourself. I never visited the royal archives in Oda. No one would have let me inside anyway. He'd be happy to see you, Thorn. You're the reason he sent me here, I can tell. He wasn't always a royal scribe. He sailed with you to the Vale, an ordinary seaman. That's why I had a feeling we'd met before. Dumped the clothes right on top of me. Yes, my father and I are like two peas in a pod. He's gone completely gray, though. The ginger ones. His name is Flit, like yours. A bit younger, everyone else saw him a boy. As a boy, you should give him my deepest gratitude if you can. He sends you his gratitude. Well, actually he did. A year ago. What were your plans after the reaping, anyway? No matter how hard I think about it, it seems I have almost no chance of surviving this reaping. Not because I won't run for the hills and hide, it's because I'm not a hero, Thorn. Only heroes survive. You're wrong. Let me just shut this door. What is it then? Aren't heroes the ones overcoming adversities and escaping battles unharmed? Or recover from their wounds and bathe in glory? Only these kinds of stories are written in the books. What happens in real life? Heroes die even more often. Only the lucky survive. It doesn't really matter if they fight bravely or hide in ditches. Whatever you say, Thorn. I'll accept it. You should put the reading aside and rest. I might erase these scribbles and start describing our journey. Maybe a way to leave a mark behind for future generations. Hey. Just try to avoid leaving a mark with your blood, Flint. Nice one, Thorn. It's hard to joke about death, but you're quite good at it. Let's check out the squad anyway. Let's see. Looks like no one needs to level up. We'll continue on the journey. We'll take to the Bracan village. We'll take to the village. A roadside inn comes into view. Music and cooking smells emanate from within. The place seems overcrowded, but you stop. The company desperately needs to eat. A wandering bard trims a lute inside. He sings monotonously about some hero's wanderings. Where your companions find seats, you notice the lyrics describe events much like your own adventures. Let's give these guys a treat. We need the moral anyway. You finish your dinner before you can rise from the table. An inebriated fat man lashes out at the bard. He claims that the bard has butchered and distorted a famous saga about a banner. Oh, banner saga! Yo! I guess this must mean that the banner saga was actually, literally became a good song. Shit. He actually did it. The other guests try to reason with the drunk. If the song is good, they say, it's worth listening to. Suddenly, the inebriated pulls a dagger. Let's kick him out. The innkeeper offers free accommodations and drinks as thanks for preventing bloodshed. It'd be stupid to turn down such a generous offer, and so you agree to get a refund for what you've already paid. It's already a dream come true. The bard's very grateful. As thanks for saving his life, he plays the lute for you all evening. The innkeeper generously treats you to food and drink, and the regulars toast your brave deeds. After a good night's sleep, you continue your journey. A small feast is done much to lift your company's spirits. Sweet! Okay, we have Bracanan Road, Ursus Road, and Foul Track. Let's go back. Let's keep going with the Bracanan Road. What are the other roads? A decent dirt road that skirts impassable forest but may present a challenge on rainy days, and a foul track. I mean, if we're getting to Ursus, it looks like this road might lead there. Let's see. Let's at the very least try and keep going. I mean, it'll be 2 days, but we got the Strixus. Besides, I think the faster route will lead us to Ursus, where we need to go. Rounding the corner, you're greeted by the most absurd bandit ambush you've ever seen. Though armed, the thugs don't rush to attack you. The base of battles of trying to gather their courage. You know that the people before you want harm and badness. They just started going down the path of crime. Did you kill them all to prevent them from doing more evil deeds? Or should you spare them and not waste your time? Let's see. Negotiate. The bearded man steps forward and introduces himself as Sam. He tells you that he and his friends didn't become bandits by choice. He says his village is deep in debt to a moneylender and that the harvest has been poor this year. They don't have any money to pay him, but they don't want to become his slaves. It's a sad story, but how come to the Burkana border? Maybe Sam's lying or trying to smooth talk you? Nothing to do with the peasants. Let's see if we can try to help them. Oh crap, we lost a day. The moneylender seems a bit confused, but asks if you're going to pay 2,000 gold coins to cover the villager's debts. We could blackmail him. Sam takes the debt's papers from the moneylender, manic about his good fortune. The moneylender leaves looking defeated. Sam gives you a real hero send-off with music and dancing. All the peasants in the village promise to pray for your good health and luck. Well, we lost some Strixes, but we were able to do some good. Loyalty increased Brett. Loyalty increased for Brett, Han, and everyone else. What was the decrease? Let me look. Average, no, that was not what I wanted. Average, high, average, high, average. Ah, that was pretty good. We actually helped out a village. I don't get why the game seems to glitch out whenever I do that. But let's keep going to the abandoned smithy. Letta Brennan points out something lying in the road. You ride closer and discover two dead bodies, a man and a woman, and a live child, no older than 10. The couple was probably killed by the bandits who didn't see use for the child. We better take the kid with us. As you draw closer, the child stops crying and looks at you. He's scared. You dismount and persuade him to ride with you. The boy is silent all the while. We lost 2 Strixes. Okay, so looks like we gotta go through the swamp. Maybe I should have gone through the Ursus Road. A road through the lowlands, notorious for its rotten causeways and nearby bogs. It's relatively safe except for will-o'-wisps, swamp mirages, and swarms of hungry goats, gnats. Let's see about that boy, though. Can we see him? Nope. Well, let's continue. Through the marsh. Wait, can't we just go through the Warden Stockade? Go through the Highland Settlement? Before long, you run into an armored patrol. They're chasing bandits who are robbing travelers on this road. The guards bid you to stop, which you do. They see the boy, they draw the weapons. You're the very bandits we've been looking for! Wait. He sheathed the sword and called the commander aside. 100 gold coins suits him, and he takes the boy to the city. Oh, we were going to the menhir. Why didn't we just go through the other way? We could have just done that. As you approach the double menhir, Brett points at the stockade and cries, "It's the Ences! They're storming the gates!" You decide to strike the abominations from behind with your companions. Soon it becomes clear that the stakes which made the Ences dismount will be on your way as well. You have to fight the Ences on foot. Finally, we get to have a fight. Oh, I remember this place. Bloody harvest. Drain. Thirst for destruction. Ooh, vulnerability. Let's go. Oh boy. All right, let's do this. Nice. Uh-oh. You... Good night. I still have parry. Alright, let's go with... Let's see what Vi can do. Healing. Focus. And meditation. Inspiration. So, this is basically what Vi can do as a monk. Oh crap. Now, let's see what you can do. Lone. Power absorption. Ooh. Go get him. So you drain energy to get more. That's actually useful. You won't be able to do much. Good. Alright. Take the shot. One hit. Looks like whatever they're doing is not working. Let's go up over here. There we go. Anger. Well, he ain't coming back from that. Alright, let's take another shot. Boop. Let's take some revenge on this. Let's take some revenge on this guy. Heavy strike. Oh crap, that just ate a lot of health. Ooh, we just got double of it back though. 50 Strixes, some gold, a drain spell. Thorn and Glitter leveled up. Good. The double menhir. The palisade gate does not open immediately. You feel that you've been watched. Finally, a squat man comes out to meet you. You're against your old comrade Vegan. You fought in many campaigns together. Vegan hurries to you, towards you. Thorn? Thorn Brennan? By thunder and lightning, I never dreamed I'd see you here. I'm so glad, friend. You can't imagine. Get your companions inside before those abominations return. There will be another attack. Vegan draws you into his mighty embrace. His strength has not diminished since you two last met, but you managed to wrestle yourself free. Easy there, you old bear. Tell me, what's going on in your stockade? Ask why the gate. Find out how Vegan knows that more abominations are coming. Yeah, let's ask about that. Look around. She turned out to be a seer? Never thought they were real. I'd like to talk to her. Perhaps she could predict something of use. Yeah, apparently she was supposed to mention that there was a woman that was a seer that helped you out. That's why the gates didn't open for you immediately. God dang it! I wish this game could fix this bug, because I think I'm missing some cutscenes here. We managed by ourselves. It's not our first raid with these abominations. A wave of disappointment washes over you. Damnation, it's obvious all over again. Do you see a monster with gray skin by any chance? The head watchman's expression becomes grave. No, just masked ones. I don't want to be surprised to see a monster, but I'm no harbor rat, hiding in a dark corner. This is a good place for a breather. Please make yourself at home. When the abominations come, I'll give the signal. Will you aid an old comrade? You not. I will. I will. We won't stay long, but we'll give any abomination that comes near that gate a warm welcome. If any call through, we'll let you catch them. This is your home turf. In the meantime, we need to rest. We made it to wherever the heck we are. Ramlin, tent, the barracks, and Vegan. Well, I think there's gonna be a way to end this today. We did a lot. Holy crap. But so far, I think we did good. We managed to get all the way to this town, though I think something's up with the men here. Unfortunately, it looks we did meet some old friends. We did some traveling. It was good. Anyway, I'm Dragon King Mark, and I will see you guys. And well, leave a like, comment, subscribe, hit that bell icon to be notified. And next time, we're going to be exploring this town. There's a lot we gotta do, and I really do hope that Ash of God's Redemption actually gets a patch to fix these bugs, because I hate missing out on dialogue like this. I hate it, you know? It just... Anyway, see you guys.